Good afternoon, everybody. It's Rosa live on YouTube, and it is 6:41 p.m. here here in Lewiston, Maine, on the 7th of March of 2023. And the reason why I'm doing this live video tonight is because I want everybody to know how Rosa is living at 6 Cloutier Street. And as you can see, I'm in my bedroom. My kitchen is out there, my bathroom's out there, and my living room is in the next room. But the people that moved in over up above me, they're black people, and they have control of my heat. And right now, I'm freezing to death, and I can't take a shower when I want to because my apartment's always freezing. My got a jackass for a landlord. My window over there blows in cold air when it's cold outside. So I'm laying here, freezing to death, wanting to take a shower, but I know if I take a shower, I'm going to get sick again. So I'm paying $206 for a freezer box. But my electric heater that goes on my electric bill jacks my light bill up. And I just got this today, you guys. Take a guess on what it is. All because of my landlord not leaving his on. That's what I owe CMP right there. You see it? $219.53 is my light bill because of Brando Corbin. Because he had to be a smartass and move the fucking thermostat up to upstairs instead of leaving it where the fuck it was when Tom and Nicole owned the building. And yes, I keep mentioning my old landlord because I love my old landlord. Because they knew what the fuck they were doing. This guy that fucking bought the building from Tom and Nicole doesn't know jack about this building. And I don't give a fuck if he hears me or not. And while I'm on the matter, Brando, you're the one that's at fault for February's rent. Because I went into the portal, as you call the fucking thing, and I went over the fucking thing. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened that day. I deposited $220 in my checking account because the lady asked me, and her name was Annie at Maine Family Credit Union. And my DSO worker was with me purposely so I could have her for a fucking witness. So she asked me how much was there. I told her $220. And she said, well, Rose, how much is your rent? I said, 206. She took out the 206 from that, gave me the change, which was $2. So when I came back home to pay my rent, I noticed on the portal, as you call it, Brando, which I think is gay, that you had put $961 on there to confuse me so you could make, so you would think that it was my fault. But really, it's your fault because you're the one that put that $961 there, and you know damn well that I don't pay that for my fucking rent. You know, Section 8 told you what my portion is, but yet you went in there and changed it to get me confused. So what did I think about? Because not all the time I depend on my caseworker because I can do things by myself. I'm not an invalid and I'm not a dummy. I know how to do things. I've been doing them for 10 years, okay? Well, actually 15 years since I lived here. And not once have I missed not paying my fucking rent. I go without As you can tell, I wear the same fucking clothes. I wash them and I put them back on. I'm not lucky like you, having brand new fucking clothes, fancy cars, having money in the fucking bank. Me, I'm here at my home, freezing to death all the fucking time because them fucking black people you rented to don't turn the fucking heat on. And when they do, they jack it up to fucking 90 where I can't fucking breathe. And I'm supposed to be taking showers every other day, but I can't because I don't want to take the chance of getting fucking sick. So you tell me, why should I keep paying you fucking $206 when I'm living in a fucking freezer box? Not only that, I have things in my apartment that need to be fixed. I'm getting fucking tired of this bullshit. Ever since you took the building over, you don't know fucking jack shit about it. And I don't give a fuck if you come across this video and you see what the fuck I'm saying, and you try to come to my fucking door. You try. Because I have a right to speak my mind as a tenant and as the owner of this apartment. I'm the bitch that owns this fucking apartment until I move out. This is my fucking home, not yours. Mine. And I will not let you come into my home and boss me and tell me how to run fucking shit in my home. It's your job to clean them fucking radiators. Yesterday, I had Section 8 here again on your fucking ass. Because the outlet right over here needs to be fixed. That was supposed to have been fixed when Tom and Nicole had it. I told them about my plumbing in my bathroom. My bathroom sink gets clogged up. When I do get a chance to take a shower, the water clogs up in the shower while I'm taking a shower. And when I go number 2, my fucking toilet clogs up. And the ceiling tiles are stained up. They know about that too. There's a lot of stuff in my apartment that needs to be attended to. And if you don't get them fixed, they have every right to hold their rent, Brando. So you think you know it all, Mr. Hotshot? Well, you don't. I lived here for 10 fucking years. I know exactly what is what. And I know that there's a lot of shit in my apartment that needs to be taken care of. And I know that I paid my rent last month. The way you fucked it up, my lawyer and my case manager and I are gonna now figure out what happened to the $206 that you fucked up by putting that fucking $961 in that portal, as you call it, because you're too fucking lazy to go to the fucking bank like a normal landlord. I don't like going to banks because I don't like to wait there all the time. Well, I got a question to ask you, Brando. How the fuck do you cash your fucking work checks? You stupid fucking bastard. So, yes, I speak my mind. And you don't like it? That's too fucking bad. Because what I'm renting this apartment, I can say whatever the fuck I want. And when you come into my home and you start asking me questions, I would appreciate it if you'd let me fucking answer you before you fucking run over me like you do, like Nicole does. So, Mr. Hotshot that thinks he knows everything about the building, but he doesn't. But I can remember when you first introduced yourself, and I'm regretting on signing that fucking lease with your stupid ass because you don't know shit about this building. You don't know how people are over here, and you don't give a fuck if they're on a fixed income or not. You take advantage of everybody. Like my sister Kelly and her boyfriend Randy are paying $1,200 a month because that's what you require. Well, I think it's stupid. You try getting that out of me, ain't gonna happen. And there's a lot of other people that you're taking advantage of, you son of a bitch. See, I got the law on my side, you son of a bitch. So you can't touch me. I got my lawyer on my side. I got my case manager, my DSL worker, and Section 8. So, Brando, who's who? Who's playing who, Brando? Hmm? Who knows more about this fucking building? You or me? I think I do, because I lived here for 10 fucking years. And to tell you the truth, I'm waiting for you to sell this fucking building. Because I told my boyfriend about it, and I'm guaranteeing you, once it goes up for sale, he'll buy it. And I can guarantee you, he'll probably run it a hell of a lot better than what you fucking do. Because, you see, my boyfriend knows that I'm on disability. He doesn't take advantage of people like you do. And knowing that everything has gone up, I would think you would take it easy on people that work and that are on Section 8. You see, the only reason why I paid $206 to you is because of Section 8. You tried getting the 1,200 from me. But you know what, Brando? I don't get that in my check, and even if I did, I wouldn't give it to you. I'd rather live on the fucking street before I give that kind of money to you. I lived on the street before. I can do it again. So, my so now that I'm done with my landlord, Nicole and Tom, I hope you come across this because I really miss you as my landlord. And I know what you said to me, Tom, on the phone, and I really hope you and your wife have second thoughts about this because I really miss you too very much. And Brando doesn't know anything about this building, not like you guys do. And at least you guys worked with the tenants and you understood if we didn't have the whole amount of our rent and you gave us a break and we made it up to you. Like that one time that I fucked up when I was on the WhatsApp talking to guys and did that, and I was lucky enough to have you guys give me a second chance to stay here. And that promise that I made to you guys, I never broke it, and I don't intend to break it. But Brando, he's going way too far on the rules that he's making, and my apartment's always fucking freezing because he's got black people upstairs now, and they always leave and doesn't care about the rest of the tenants freezing. But I reported him in to Section 8, and the guy told me yesterday that if he doesn't come to fix the things, then he's going to be in trouble. Because it's against the law to live in an apartment and a tenant has to freeze to death, and the other stuff that needs to be done. Well, I don't have to tell you, Tom, how it is because you know, because you're a good landlord. And to me, you will always be a good landlord. I wish to God you would buy the building back. But anyway, my advice to you guys is if you have a landlord like I have and you have little children and you need heat in your apartment and he refuses to give it to you, then get a hold of code enforcement, or if you're on Section 8, get a hold of them and let them know. See, I would text him, but I don't want him running his mouth to me because I know damn well that he's going to mention that fucking rent that I already paid. And he's not going to get it out of me because I already paid it. And that's just the bottom line. And for all my friends that are watching me right now, yes, Rosa's got some spunk in her. And I just want my boyfriend to know that I love him very much, even though he thinks he knows everything, but he doesn't. But no matter how many times we fight, I know what's best for over here because I've been here since 2009. That's when I first came to Lewiston. And I know how they work over here. You know, if you send somebody money, automatically they think that that person is scamming you, or you send them money, they think they're scamming you. But not everybody is a scammer. Not everybody is a hacker. And people do have families that live out of state and out of town. But these people that run businesses, that's all they think about. Oh, they're scamming you. Are you sure you know what you're doing? I get so tired of hearing that shit. But um, if you ever run in a situation like I am in right now, know that you have help out there that you can get help with, especially if you have little ones and you know that they need heat to stay warm. Me, I can, I have a heating blanket, so either way, you know, they want to be ignorant upstairs and not turn the heat on. That's okay, because tomorrow I'll call Section 8 and I'll let them know that the heat comes and goes. And I'm not going to live like this. So, this springtime, I'm going to be looking for a different place where I know that I'm going to be comfortable to live. And nobody should have to live like the way I am. And you pay money for your apartment, you expect to live comfortably. And if you have something wrong with your apartment, the landlord's responsibility is to come in and fix it. And if he doesn't, then you report his ass. And you can take him to a small claims court, and the courts will see that he's in the wrong. And you can even probably get money for pursuing him, and also have the courts order for him to pay your lawyer as well. And how I know this is because I got a Pine Tree Legal book. And in the wintertime, the landlord cannot throw you out. He can't turn your lights off, and he can't kick you out. And if he tries, then he'll be in trouble because it's in the Pine Tree Legal book. And there's other things in there, which I recommend you guys to get. Pine Tree Legal is located on Park Street here in Lewiston, if you live in Lewiston. Um, there's a bank underneath. It's called Five Credit Union, but they're on the fourth floor. So, so if you guys want a Pine Tree Legal book to know what your rights are as a tenant, my advice to you is to look them up online and know that they have a guidebook to lead you to do what you need to do. And, when I'm in the wrong, I'll admit to it that I'm wrong. But when I paid my rent last month, I wasn't in the wrong. But I will always say that Brando does not know what he's doing. He tries to act like a big shot, but he's not. And let him try to come to my door. Let him try and threaten me. Because as soon as he gives me another note or tries to evict me for last month's rent when I know I already paid it, but I know by law he cannot throw me out. He can't have me evicted because it's still wintertime. And My case manager even told me, she's like, Rosie, don't worry about it because by law, he cannot throw you out. He can't have you evicted until the middle of April. Well, I don't think that's going to happen either because if I have it my way, I'll be long gone from this building. In my next apartment or my next house with my boyfriend and his mom will be far away from here. So, but my boyfriend is so funny. Even though I get mad at him and I look at him on my TV, that's work that he does, I can't help but smile. He's singing the light. I want you guys to see this. Watch. 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 That's my boyfriend right there. Look. Watch him. Watch him look at me. You can't very well see it, but but anyway, um, I'm sorry you guys couldn't see it that well. Let me see if I can put it up on my phone. The way that he looks at me is so cute. Yeah, Matthew, I'll be back with you in a moment. Excuse me for bothering you guys. I'm sorry about my gap in my mouth. I'm gonna be getting that fixed very soon. But this is my boyfriend right here. Right here. That's my man. I'll be in the middle watching a video and I'll look over at him and he'll keep staring at me like and until I look at him. I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see the way he looks at me. Watch how he looks at me. Watch. Watch how he looks at me. I'll be in the middle of doing something. This is the look that he'll give me. That's the look that he gives me all the time when I'm in the middle of doing something on my computer, and I'll look over and he'll do that look, and then he'll start to smile. But I can't be mad at him for too long because of the cute smile that he has. Look, I don't know what it is with men, but we get mad at them for so long, and then all of a sudden, when they start to smile and they look at you with that grin of theirs, the it makes me laugh. And I'm going to show you another one. Okay, well I got two more. This is my friend Matthew. This is my friend Matthew, you guys. He's handsome, he's cute, and he's single, and he's looking for a lady. He's got a TikTok channel, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. He's looking for someone very nice. And he prefers a Mexicana, a señorita, that can understand him, and so he have Mexican babes, bambinos. Matthew wants to have some Mexicana babies. he, he wants to have some babies, but I think right now he's more focused on his career, on what he's doing. But someday Matthew will settle down with the right person and have babies and do all that good stuff. Now, my other friend, this is my other friend. This is Eddie. You guys know who he is. And um, I feel bad for him because his girlfriend treats him really bad. I don't know if he's with her still or not. I'm hoping that he's not. Because the way that she treats him, it's not right. Nobody should be treated that way. And every Friday when he gets his paycheck, somehow she knows that he gets his paycheck. And she takes practically all of his money, so he don't have anything for his bills or his children, let alone himself. And I don't think it's right. And I don't think it's right that Eddie's letting her do this to him. He needs to speak up and tell her that he works hard for that money, and he does. I mean, if you guys would see his work that he does for his father, they go into homes, houses, and redo the floors and the walls, and they even paint and uh, stain the stairs, like they do, so they're shiny. So the owner that owns that house can sell it to someone, so it looks nice. And Eddie works very hard. He gets down on his knees all the fucking time, and he works fast too, putting those floors down. And I know Eddie for a long time, and I can only say that he is a hard worker, and he tries to take care of those two boys with what money that he gets. But that girl that he's with, she dresses like a fucking whore, and she calls herself a mother, but I don't know if you guys agree with me on that, but to me, she don't act like a mother. She doesn't give a fuck about those kids, and she leaves the baby with Eddie all the time. And if they go out together, Eddie's the one that's always carrying him, pushing him, changing the diaper, feeding him. Eddie does it all. And the only time that she shows up is when Eddie gets paid, or they have a family video done together, or they have pictures done together. That's the only time that she pops up. And in most of the videos, she's wearing decent clothes because Eddie told her to. Because Eddie don't want to take a video of her wearing that shit. Because I know I wouldn't want someone in my family, you know, having someone that I was dating see that person that way. Now, when a woman dresses like that, they're disrespecting themselves and disrespecting their soulmate. Now, I know most of you ladies are probably saying, no, no, it ain't like that. It's not all on us girls, it's them too. No, from what I've seen, it's on you guys because you guys don't have enough respect for your boyfriends or your husbands to not to wear those kind of clothes, especially in public. And then when your boyfriend gets his camera out you get him to think, well, you're flaunting your stuff in front of him, but really you're doing it so the other guys can see. And not only that, this girl that I'm talking about, she went and got pregnant by another guy. And Eddie was all excited, and he went to the store and got a pregnancy test, and it came out positive because he thought the baby was his. But come to find out, the baby wasn't his. So, of course, Eddie was crushed because he was looking forward to have another kid. But my heart was broken, but in a way, it wasn't, because I knew that she had cheated on Eddie. And I wish to God that God would take the baby back, because she's an unfit mother, and I didn't want to see that little one being brought up by her, because she don't care about any babies. She lays down and has sex with these guys. Not not only that, but she don't wear protection. They don't wear protection. The guy that she has sex with before Eddie, she, she could catch a disease from him and turn around and give it to Eddie, and Eddie don't know about it until he goes to the doctor. And the doctor said, "Well, you got a disease from her." Of course, Eddie's gonna go back home and and tell her, you gave me this fucking disease, you bitch. You know, I'm just saying it could happen that way, because all the guys that I know are very protective when they have sex with a woman. They ask the woman right out, "Do you have any of these diseases? Because I'm not going to put my life on the line so I can have sex with you. And if you're sick, like if you have HIV, I'm not going to have sex with you. Or if you have whatever disease that you can catch." No guy wants that, because they have to go to the doctor and have that catheter put inside them. And from the videos that I've seen, that shit hurts. And, just like when us ladies have a clamp up our vagina so the doctors can get in there and see what they need to see. And the clamp is like that, just like, it's like that. And it goes in the vagina and it clamps down like that. Then they turn it and they clamp it in there so they can get in the little hole there to get what they need with the Q-tip or whatever it is, how they do it. But yeah, that fucking shit hurts too. I've had multiple of them done, and they fucking hurt. It's not funny, and having a catheter put up your penis, that's not funny. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I can feel your pain. I'm sorry. But when I talk about something like that, I can't help but laugh. But being serious, just protect yourself when you think you're going to have sex with someone that doesn't have a respect for herself. And same thing for you women. You know, you don't know if a guy has a sickness. You don't know if a woman has a sickness. They can lie to you and say, "Yeah, I'm all set. I don't have the sickness," and then all of a sudden you go to the doctor, get tested, and you find out that you got HIV. I know I'm clean. I know that straight up, because I go to the doctors all the fucking time, and I make sure that my doctor takes all the tests. And every time I get tested like that, everything comes back normal, because I don't go whoring around. As bad as that my life is right now, no, I don't whore around, and I'm not about to either. My vagina is for I'm saving myself for some money. That's my my it's my husband. Mm. Whenever he fucking shows up. But being serious, you guys, just make sure you're careful on who you have sex with, and make sure that they wear protection because it's saving your life. And hold on a minute, you guys. We might have some company here. Hold on. Ah, Corey. Well, I want you guys to meet Corey. This is the real Corey. That's the real Corey right there. That's the real Corey. You guys want to hear him talk?
¿Quieres ser mi novio? Quizás que si me haces esa pregunta en otra etapa de mi vida, lo puedo llegar a pensar, pero en esta etapa de mi vida creo que no. Y es por decisión propia.
See, Corey is talking Spanish because that's his language. Does he know English? I don't know. I haven't heard him talk English, but that's the real Corey. There is another one that looks like Corey where he has a tattoo of a star on his other side, and you notice the cross on his arm over on right over here. You see the cross on his arm? Yeah, well, it's on the opposite arm. And I knew that Corey that has a star on this side is not the real Corey. This is the real Corey. And I'm telling you guys something. When I had Corey's video up one day, when I had his video up, oh my God. Let's just say that this video that Corey had on his channel, I think he still has it there. I haven't been on it for a while. But he'll look at you and he'll be sitting there and he'll move his tongue in his mouth. I got attached to that video, but I haven't watched it for a while because I know Corey's been through a lot in his life, just like Matthew's been through a lot and Eddie's been through a lot. You know, I've been through a lot, and we've all come a long way from where we used to be. And I don't know, but those scratch tickets that I had, I won $50 on those scratch tickets that I showed you guys. And I went back over and got some more. And this last trip around, well, I had brought over the ticket that I won on, which was $5. But this last ticket that I scratched, it was a loser. So the ones that I showed you guys are the ones that I normally get. And there's a few $10 ones that I get too. They have 50 to 100 over there, and the jackpot one, and the 20x, the 25x one is $10. Anything from the $10 ticket down is what I get. But there's only certain ones that I'll get for $5 or $1. The crossword puzzle one, the crossword scratch tickets, I don't bother with them. Just like the poker scratch tickets, I don't touch those either because I'm not good at math, and it's not a shame to not know everything about math or whatever, because there's a lot of people that can't figure anything out. You know, they have to use a calculator. But anyway, I just wanted to let my landlord know that. And when I get my teeth pulled out on Monday, which is next Monday, I probably won't be able to talk much until the bleeding stops in my mouth because I'm having 2 teeth taken out that day. And when I go back, I'm hoping that the doctor will size my mouth to get a partial in my mouth because that's what I've always wanted. And I'm hoping that they can help me after that. And I just want to say to the little kids, make sure you brush your teeth because if you don't, you're going to end up like me with no teeth. And I know your parents watch you over how much candy you eat, but when you get a little older, take my advice. Drinking soda with all that sugar that's in it is not good for you because you end up like this with a gap in your mouth and your teeth go crooked down at the bottom. You know, I try to brush my teeth the best I can, and when I go in and brush them, my gums start to bleed. So I have to rinse my mouth out when that happens. But I want you guys to listen to your parents. If they tell you no, you can't have candy, then listen to them because it's saving your teeth. Believe me. Drinking a lot of soda and eating a lot of candy is not good for you anyway because it gets you all hyper and people shouldn't be eating sugar anyway. You know, having it in your coffee is one thing, but I used to drink 4 cups of coffee a while back, and Dr. Daniel, my doctor, asked me how many cups of coffee I was drinking in a day, and I told him, I said, I drink 4 cups of coffee. He's like, why do you do that, Rose? I'm like, because it's what I do. I have 3 in the morning, and I have 2. Well, I have 2 in the afternoon. So actually, it's 5 cups, but that was back then. But I got realizing, the more that I was drinking coffee, I kept going to the bathroom all the time. And I said, what the heck? Why am I running back and forth to the bathroom all the time? So, just for curiosity, I said to myself, I'm going to see if my coffee's what doing it to me. So, I cut down to 2 cups, and it's what I was going through that at that point wasn't working. So I said, okay, 2 cups of coffee ain't cutting it. So I'm gonna try 1 cup. So that worked because all the sugar that I was having for each cup of coffee, my body was telling me it was too much because I went and got tested for diabetes, and I came very close. I was at the line of almost having them, but I put a stop to it. So now every morning when I wake up, I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning and I have one in the afternoon. And that'll be it for me for coffee until the next day. But I don't have milk in my coffee because I'm lactose intolerant. And people ask me, how can you drink your coffee black? Well, it's not my choice to. Well, it is my choice, but I'd rather have it like that than to keep running to the bathroom all the time. But I do have creamer in my apartment, so when people do show up, and they want a coffee, they can put creamer in their coffee. Now, when my boyfriend shows up with his mom, I know she's a drinker and he's a drinker, and they like creamer in their coffee. I got the powder kind, but not the milk kind. They want the milk kind, they're gonna have to buy it. And I don't have eggs in my house because I can't eat them. I used to eat corned beef hash for breakfast all the time. I can't eat that anymore. There's a lot of things that I can't eat because of my stomach, because I had my gallbladder taken out back in 2010 because I had gallstones on my gallbladder. And no one, I thought by having that taken out would stop the pain in my stomach, but it hasn't stopped the pain. It Every time when I feel like I gotta go number two, that's when I get the pain in my stomach. And the doctors looked at me and said, "Rosie, I don't know what's going on. Why you still having this pain in your stomach?" I said, "I don't know, but I can tell you it fucking hurts when it starts in." You know, Eddie seen me crumble up, you know, really bad, you know, and I don't know if Matthew seen me like that or not, but when I'm in severe pain, tears will come down my eyes, and it'll feel like someone's sticking a knife in my gut, and they don't want to let go. So I don't know what's going on as far as that situation goes. I'm gonna have to talk to my doctor again and find out if he can do something about it, because the pain when it starts, it feels like someone's poking a knife in there and they don't want to let go. So if you ever find yourself in that situation, don't wait until it's too late to get checked, because something could be serious wrong with what's going on. Have your doctor do some tests on you if you're ever in that situation, because when I had my gallbladder taken out, I thought that, you know, it was going to make my life a little bit easier, but instead it's making my life a little living hell, because all the stuff that I used to eat back then, I can't eat it anymore. I used to eat ice cream, can't eat it. Used to eat eggs, can't eat them. Um, Drink dairy products, can't. Once in a while, I'll slip up and have pizza, but even though my stomach don't want it, I still eat it because it's my thing that I like to do on Friday. But when I don't have the money, I have to wait. But I've cut back on eating chips, and I'll go to the healthy section in the store and see if they got healthy crackers or cookies that I can eat. Because at nighttime, I like to eat some cookies, but as long as they're healthy. And on the box, it'll say one package per day, or whatever it is. And even then, sometimes I'll even eat some of these right here. These are healthy too, and these are good. On here it says that you can have up to 16 pieces, because there are 140 calories. And sometimes I don't even eat that. Sometimes I'll only take a couple, just to have something in my stomach, so when I'm taking my medicine at night, my stomach don't get sick. So, um, with everything that I've said to you guys tonight, I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate you letting me in on your page to follow you on TikTok, Facebook, and all the other social medias. Um, and before I close my video for the night, I want to thank God again for waking me up every day. I want to thank Him for my children, my granddaughter, my boyfriend, Matthew and his family, Corey and his family, Eddie and his two little boys and his family, the children in the hospital. I want to thank God for watching over them every day, and the men and women that serve our country. and the nurses, the doctors, the firefighters, the police officers, and everyone else that helps out to save our lives. Sorry, my speech is fucking up tonight. I'm sorry. Um, and watching over the homeless all the time. Um, and watching over just everybody. I want to thank him for that, because without God, we wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be doing the things that we're doing if it wasn't for him. And I just want to let everybody know how proud I am of them, um, making something of themselves and their lives. And especially Matthew. I'm very proud of what Matthew's done in his life. He's come a long way since I met him on TikTok. And he's fulfilling his dreams that he wants. And I want to let him know that I'm proud of him for doing that. And even though he says what he says to me, Matthew will always have a place in my heart, because I had feelings for him back then. And I look up to him as a big brother now, or a little brother. And he might not feel this way, but that it's okay, because the way I'm feeling, I never had any brothers. I got a half brother out there somewhere that I don't know. I know his name is George, and I would really like to meet you if you're watching this video. Um, my name is Rosie. My friends call me Rosa. Um, my last name is Griffin also. Um, I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok, as you can tell. I'm on TikTok, uh, MySpace, Twitter, Instagram. Wherever you find me is where I'm at. But most of the time, I don't hang out on Instagram or Twitter. I go over there once in a blue moon to see what's going on, but I don't stay there that long. I hang out more on TikTok than I do anything, because I have friends there, and I like their videos, and I'm proud of what they do with their videos. And um, if you guys happen to follow Matthew and Eddie and my boyfriend, um, whatever you do, don't make a screen name under their name, because there's a lot of that going on right now. And I've reported it multiple times to Mr. Chewy at TikTok, and I'm really hoping that he will do something about this, because it needs to stop. All these people hacking into our accounts, and we have to prove that it's our account. I have multiple accounts with Facebook that I've seen that's been locked because of all these hackers and scammers. And it really needs to stop, because personally, I'm getting tired of it. I should be able to go on my computer, log into my account, and if I wanted to give my information to my boyfriend, I should be able to, because it's my right to, because it's my account. And I just want the hacking to stop, and I want the nudity to stop, and the scamming to stop, because our parents didn't bring us up to be like that. And for the ones that are hacking and scamming, before you do it, why don't you think twice about what your parents would say or do? Because I know if I did something like that, my mom wouldn't be too proud of me, because I know she brought me up to do the right thing, and that's not hacking or scamming. If you guys need money, get a real job instead of getting into people's accounts or making fake accounts. Get a real job like everybody else. You know, that's all you got to do. Go out during the day. If someone's not hiring, go to the next place. Eventually, you'll end up getting a job. There's places where you can work, like Labor Ready. They pay you. They give you an option to get paid at the end of the day or during the week at the end of the week. You know, if you live here in Lewiston, they have a place right up here on Sabata Street that lets people go to work, and they have an option. It's similar to like what Labor Ready is. And see, I could go up there and get a job, but I don't like going in people's cars that I don't know. So I don't bother. But if you guys live here in Lewiston and you need a job, there's a place right over here on Sabata Street that they hire all the time. All you gotta do is come up on Sabata Street near CVS and do your thing, and they'll hire you right there on the spot. But with that, I am gonna cut this video off for the night, and just remember, you guys, if you ever in a situation like I'm in right now, always remember that there is help out there that can help you. Fight your landlord and go to Pine Tree Legal's website and look up their manual guidebook, and I believe it's on page 16 where it says evictions and stuff. The first one is that it'll say that the landlord cannot turn your lights off, they cannot kick you out, and they cannot change the locks on the door. And it says it right there. If I could find mine, I would show you. Let me see if I can get it before I cut the video off. I can show you guys real quick, because I have to have it because of the landlord I have now, because he's a dickhead. Okay, I'm going to show you. That way you guys will know what to look for when you're in a situation and you need help. That's why they have help, for a reason. Okay, this is the Pine Tree Legal book. Let me put it together so you guys can see it. I tore it apart so I could have sections of it. All right, the first page when you go onto their website is this page right here. This is the first page that you'll see, and it says Pine Tree Legal and the rights of the tenants in Maine. Okay, and it gives a list of all the things that they help you with. If it's eviction, no, rent. Let's see, rent right there. They'll tell you it's on 7, and evictions is on 12, and a bunch of other stuff. So on the eviction part, let's see, go to 12. Let's see, 12 is right here. See, I underlined it. Now it says, can my landlord turn off my utilities or change the locks on my door or have me kicked out without first going to court? And the answer is no, he cannot do that. He has to go through the courts, through the procedures, as you guys call it. And once he gets that, then he could try to, but you can take him to court. But if a landlord has you thrown out, it's illegal for a landlord to throw you out. without a written cause and stuff like that. Instead of reading the whole thing, I'm going to show you guys. It's right there. That right there shows you everything you need to know. And if your landlord, well, you could take him to small claims court and charge him $250 plus pay the lawyer's costs. And that's what I like about this, because Pine Tree Legal is mostly on your side, and they'll try to explain to you what's going on. Like just recently, I had to send in some paperwork because my landlord is saying that I didn't pay my rent for last month, which I did. But somehow, where he put $961 in his crappy portal that he calls it, it fucked me up. And somewhere, the 206 for last month is between the bank and him. And this is why you should get a receipt. But this month, I played it smart. And he thought I put my rent money in my account this month. I played it smart and got a money order, got a receipt. And I sent a copy to my boyfriend and to my case manager. So, if you're ever in that situation and you feel like you need help, go to Pine Tree Legal. Oh yeah, and if you ever rent from this landlord that I have, know that this is what he did. There's nothing to be left in the hallways because it's a fire hazard, I guess. But now this one right here is a kicker because he knows that I don't smoke cigarettes. No smoking in the building or in your apartment. Now, there's no smoking in the apartment, but you pay rent. To me, if I was smoking, would I smoke knowing that I couldn't do it? Yeah, I would. Because I'm paying him rent, so he can't tell me that I can't smoke. But luckily for him, I don't. So, I don't know why he gave this one to me, because I don't smoke cigarettes. I stopped smoking cigarettes 3 years ago because of my heart attack. And then this one, I'm not quite sure what this is. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. But if your landlord gives you shit like this and you don't understand it, take it to somebody that knows. That way they can help you out. And it's not a shame to ask for help. You know, even though you know what's right and what's wrong, it's not a shame to ask for a second opinion or anything like that, because you have to be safe. You have to have your children be safe, and you want to live in a good environment for your children and for yourself. And you don't want to be able to live in mold. You know, my apartment is freezing cold. Earlier, just a little bit before I got into the middle of the video, I could hear my heat come on because every time when it comes on, I hear this tick, 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 and it went off again. So I don't know if the heater is fucked up again or what, but either way, he is going to be in trouble because he's supposed to leave the heat on, and he keeps turning it off and on, off and on. And you're not supposed to do that. Once you turn the heat on, you're supposed to leave it on because it's cold out there. Alexa, what's the temperature right now? It's 29 degrees outside, and it's freezing cold in my apartment. My feet are freezing right now. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching my live feed. And I will have an update on my mouth when I'll be able to talk after I have it done. And I'll definitely let you guys know when I get my partial in my mouth. And I want to say thank you again to all my friends and family, and especially my boyfriend, who I love very much, even though he pisses me off. And I want to thank Eddie and his children. And I want to thank Matthew and Corey for letting me in their lives. And always be kind to each other. And remember, no matter who you fight with in your family, always remember that your family will always have your back. Because blood is thicker than water. Remember that. All right, now I'm gonna go get ready to watch Bounty Hunter D, because he's been catching a lot of cheaters and a lot of repos. And also, Bounty Hunter D has a gaming channel. And if you guys go and watch him tonight, he's on YouTube. And just look up Bounty Hunter D and his wife, Jami. They're good people. I've gotten to know them. And Bounty Hunter D sent me a t-shirt where he's doing this, like that. And my t-shirt, unfortunately, is shrinking. And when I get the money, I'm going to get me another one because I love that shirt. And, you know, that's what happens when you dry clothes, they start to shrink. And I really love that shirt. I really do. I had one in Matthew, but he made me cut it up. And I paid a lot of money for that shirt. And it broke my heart just cutting it up. But anyway, this is Rosa signing off for the night. And God be with each and every one of you. And I want to be with Tina's mom and tell her again how sorry I am that she lost her husband. And also my friend Steve on him losing his sister. Because I know what it feels like to lose your sister, because my sister and my niece's anniversary is coming up Friday, and I'm going to try and keep myself occupied so I don't break down um, for that day, because I know that she would want me to go on with my life and to live my life the way she wants me to. So I'm going to try to keep myself busy that day. But anyway, I want all you guys to remember to love each other, be kind to each other, and don't forget that God is always there by your side, even though you don't want him there. All you have to do is ask him to accept you, and he will. And all you know, in my lifetime, I've come through a lot of stuff that I've been through in my life. And even though I didn't want to accept God back then in my life, I realize now that when I'm in a jam and I ask God to help me get out of it, he's always there for me. And even though he knows that I'm in this situation that I'm in right now, he knows that I'll get through because I have him and I have the people that care about me and love me. But most of the time when I'm here by myself, I feel alone. I feel, but in reality, when I snap out of it, you know, I realize that there is people that care, that's trying to help the best that they can. And I just want to let my boyfriend know that I do appreciate you with all my heart. And I thank you for accepting me in your life and considering me part of your family. And you're an amazing guy. And I can't wait to meet your mom because I love your mom, and um, I just can't wait to meet you guys. And again, I want to say to Matthew again before I cut the video, I'm very proud of you, Matthew, for how you come so far in your life and what you're doing to it, you know. And I don't know if you ever got your mom her dream house or not, but I'm praying that you did. And I just want you to know that no matter where you go in your life, I'll always be proud of you because what you're doing, it takes a lot of courage to do. And I just want you to know that I'm proud of you and keep up the good work. And I'm hoping someday that you can find the right person to spend your life with and make you happy because you truly deserve it. And I really mean this. So even though you're telling me on my phone, 'cause I have him on my phone right now, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Not going to happen. But I'm just trying to give him a good compliment. But either way, Matthew's a good guy, and so ain't Corey. And Eddie is a good guy too. You know, they all three of them work very hard. But Eddie needs to work on getting rid of that girl for sure and find himself a good girl. And that's what I'm hoping for him because he is a truly good guy and he doesn't deserve to be treated the way that she's treating him because he keeps taking her back and she keeps lying to him over and over and over, and he doesn't deserve that. And with that, Mrs. Rosa, saying good night to each and every one of you, and God be with you, and I live with each and every one of you. Have a wonderful night. Good night. And that was a long one.